Hello, everybody. This is Mary, and I welcome you back to Mary's virtual body positive healthatorium. Today, we're going to be talking about self foot massage. So, this is a part of the body that often gets overlooked as far as our good health and well being is concerned. But think about the pressure that the feet take on a daily basis as you walk, as you run, as you stand for several minutes to several hours, depending on what you do every day. Our feet take so much pressure per square inch, and they really need to be taken care of. So I'm going to show you how to do that. And whether you have achy feet or not, I think you'll find that this is a really great modality for everybody, unless your doctor, for some reason, tells you not to do foot massage. So, um, I'm trying to advance this. There we go. So, the first thing you're going to do, as always, is find a comfortable seated position. Wear loose clothing so you can move around. And what you're going to do in this example is you're going to cross one leg over the opposite knee. So you're going to address that foot. Now, some of us cannot get into this position. So what we're going to do instead is we're going to roll a tennis ball under our foot. Now, this is a good method for anyone, really. Make it a regular habit to roll a tennis ball under your foot, maybe on the daily basis, especially if you have foot issues. If you want something harder and deeper, then try a golf ball to roll under your foot. But for the purposes of this video, we're going to talk about massaging our own foot. Anyway, so this is the position we get ourselves into. Maybe you're on a chair like the illustration shows. Maybe you're on a yoga mat. Uh, Maybe you're in bed, but make sure that you're comfortable and in a alignment so that you can massage your own foot. Okay, so we're going to first start out with really general strokes. Okay, you're going to address the entire foot, the full foot, front and back. So the dorsal part of the foot is the top of the foot. The plantar part of the foot is the sole of the foot. Get it all. Okay, general. So maybe you're not starting out so deep yet. Maybe it's just strokes and rubs and squeezes. Okay. And maybe if you want something deeper, you can take your knuckles and kind of rub your knuckles into your foot. Make sure you get your toes, okay? So in this illustration, you see the person kind of twirling their toes around in a circle. That's really important, especially the big toe. The big toe kind of governs, or it's crucial, that's a better term. It's crucial for our balance, for our stability, and for our propulsion. So the big toe is more important than you think. So make sure you're twirling that toe, you're massaging it, making sure its joint is moving. So yeah, get to know your feet. Get to know your feet very well and touch them. Touch your feet. Make sure maybe they're clean beforehand. Now, what a lot of people like to do is put lotion on their feet as they're massaging. And for these purposes, I would ask you maybe to refrain from the lotion until the end of the massage because we're going to be getting in deeper as we go on. So take a good couple minutes though and just address the entire foot and the toes. Now take a look at this reflexology chart. So let's say you're some sort of athlete or you're standing on your feet all day. Maybe you're a waiter, um, or maybe you're given to plantar fasciitis. So you're going to look at the pain parts of your foot, those parts of the foot that are aching, that are tight, that are causing stabbing pains, whatever it may be, and you're going to be massaging that, and that's great. You should be doing that. Now, some people take this further and they're looking at the energetic foot, if you will. So if you look at this chart from the top of the foot, meaning the toes, down to the bottom, meaning the heel, each part of the foot corresponds with an organ in the body. So people with sinus issues will massage their toes. People with breathing issues like asthma, they'll massage like the ball of the foot. People with digestive issues, they're focusing on the middle part of the foot. Okay. And then you can even see along the arch of the foot, um, that corresponds to the spine. So, does this work? Does this not work? I'm going to tell you this is technology has been around for millennia. And I will also tell you my anecdotal um, testimonial, if you will. I was getting a foot massage from this gentleman who was Chinese. He didn't speak a word of English. So I was unable to tell him that I'm really sensitive on the inner part of my ankle and I didn't want anyone to touch me there. Well, he touched me there. And when he did, I had an ovulation. Some women can feel this. I was one of them. Okay. And I felt myself ovulating when he touched that part. And it was a pressure point. So he kind of went in a little deep. Okay. And then later on, when I took reflexology and acupressure classes to learn the points in the body, that particular point corresponded with the ovary. So in that case, one could maybe deduce that if you get that part of the body massaged, that you're, kind of revitalizing, the ovary. Or, if you're working the big toe, you're working your pituitary gland, you're working your neck. Uh, and a lot of people swear by this, and they will specifically get foot massages for these reasons, to tonify the organs of the body. So you might want to explore this for yourself. If you're having digestive issues, focus on the middle part of the foot. Okay. Try it for yourself and see if you benefit from it. But either way, I think anybody and everybody benefits from a foot massage. And now we're going to get deeper. So whether you're doing foot reflexology or you've actually, you've done your general massage of the foot, now you're going to go to your points. So look for the part that hurts. So if you have plantar fasciitis, you're probably feeling something in the arch of the foot, um, or the heel of the foot. If you have tendonitis, maybe you're feeling something in the ball of the foot or somewhere on the top of the foot. In any case, or you want to do some foot reflexology of an organ. In any case, see how, wait, I'll use my little pointer here. See how, there you go. See how this woman is applying straight on pressure to a point in her foot. So she's no longer gliding along the foot. She's not moving her hands. She's staying put on one specific point and she's going deeper. So you're applying gentle but firm pressure. And then the more you can handle it, the deeper you can go. Okay. Now, what she's doing, some people can't handle that and they're not going to go that deep. Some people, it's not deep enough. So just work with your own boundary. And the only way you're going to know your boundary is to go slow. Okay. So go into those pressure points, see what that feels like. Use your thumbs or a fingertip on one point. And at first, you might feel pain, and then that pain will gradually subside. And over here, where it says liver 3 on this little illustration, so you have a point between the big toe and the second toe, and it's kind of in the webbing of the foot. And those are very important pressure points in acupuncture. And an acupuncturist will use that point for a variety of reasons. One of the main reasons people use it is for digestive issues. So if you have that, address that point. Okay. And where she is, this is the middle of the foot. So that does correspond with digestion as well. But so do these points. So if that's an issue for you, or if you just want to you want to maintain your health, you might want to address those points. But again, this point is also good for plantar fasciitis. Okay. All right, moving along. When you're done with your massage, maybe you're going to go back and do like a general massage after you've done your pressure points. But then you're going to finish up with these kind of sweeping kind of movements, like really light, like either with a flat hand and or light fingertips, sweep up toward the ankle and think about moving the blood and the lymph up towards your heart. So those kind of, I call them nerve strokes. So you're going to end with nerve strokes from your foot sweeping up toward your heart. And you could use lotion at this point if you wanted to as well. So really that's how you take care, man. That is how you take care of your feet. So I hope you've learned something today. I hope you take care of yourself and you have a good rest of the day. And I will talk to you again soon. So ciao for now.